What's up guys, Chasing Lane, we're here with episode 165 of The Journey, and in today's episode we're in the round of 16 of the Champions League for a double header against AC Milan. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave your comments down below. I shall see you after this intro. Okay, so let's get you all caught up on what you've missed. So in the last episode, of course, we won the League Cup against Brighton on penalties. It was a rough game, but we got through it. We then played Manchester United in the FA Cup 5th round and got a 2-1 win there to take us through to the quarter-final. We then played Aston Villa in the league, won 2-0, which brings us to the AC Milan game here in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Obviously, we are going to leapfrog a league game with Wolves, but I'm sure we'll get over it. Talking of the league, we still sit 14 points behind. We have still got a game in hand. That game in hand is against Southampton for what very little that is worth, but it should at least hopefully give us some breathing room with Arsenal, which is what we're looking for, because I said in the last episode, I think I'd be surprised if we were able to claw back the title. We got some firepower up top a little bit too late into the season, unfortunately. But with that being said, let's go look at the lineup, let's get into the game, and let's hopefully get past AC Milan over two legs. So our lineup today sees Alibert starting goal. It's Enrique, Diamande, Figueroa and Dorgu. Behind Lavia and Caicedo. Szoboszlai, Leivertz, Rego and White are the rest of the lineup. With Marcelo, Guillem, Elliott, Fati, Eidinger, Camino, Bargi, Arnold and Gravenberch on the bench, as I've realised I've forgotten to silence my phone. I'll fix that in a second. In fact, I've just looked at Ryan Gravenberch, and he probably shouldn't be on that bench, so we'll stick Eugene Gould in there, and we'll firm that selection. Oh, always, every time, forget I get more subs. Right, we're going to stick Josip Sutalo in, who I forgot to tell you we'd signed, by the way. Josip Sutalo, we signed in January, of course. It's now March, so I've only been a little bit late. Signed for Real Madrid for 29 million. He's only played twice for us, but I just wanted that extra big guy at the back who could help us out when we were in trouble, because we've had a few times where I've been playing younger defenders and just not really had the rotation option, so he felt like a good choice. We will also stick, in fact, we're just going to stick Del Moro and Vea on the bench. We'll submit that, get into the game, and hopefully the result is going to come. So AC Milan in this universe being managed by Ryan Mason. There's a random thing for us to come across as we go through. Media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go put on a worthy display. It feels like a good shout for the first leg away from home. I'd like us to come out with a win tonight, just because obviously away goals can make all the difference. I fancy our chances to hold on to a lead at home as well. They're playing with a 4-4-2, which is how you know they've got an English manager. And it's a pretty strong lineup. Arda Güler is in there, so there is a threat, we know, but we are looking strong so far. Adding Ben White to the squad has been an absolute godsend, because our team is so much stronger now, with guys like Ansu Fati now able to be freed up as rotation options on the wings from the bench. It's really helped us out a lot as the players are coming out. We are in our purple kit today rather than our red, of course, because we're playing AC Milan, and that shouldn't require a lot more explanation than that. But we're lining up ready for the anthems and the handshake and all that good stuff. Whatever happened before Champions League games. It's been so long since I watched the Champions League. Couldn't tell you. Szoboszlai gets a crossover. They're looking for Diamande. He can't get there. He's had 20+ goals this season. He's absolutely on fire. As Diego Enrique gets in with a shot from range. And that's why he's been being picked over Trent, because Trent as a younger man would have done that for me, but Trent as a 33-year-old or whatever he is in our game universe now does not do that for us. He is very much an experienced head you bring on when you're trying to secure a lead, not a guy who's going to pick up a ball out wide, cut inside and smash it home. So Diego Enrique really making that right back, that inverted wing back spot his own, as he gets a throw in now to Diamande. Can we get a second? That'd be absolutely beautiful. As Figueroa now on the ball goes forward for Caicedo to Wirtz. Wirtz through for White. White going it alone on the right-hand side. Should have looked for a ball there maybe, but he's gone to the byline. Cuts it back. Shall Rego just stopped by Verbruggen. And we are very much looking like the better side here today. So praising the boys as Wirtz gets the ball. Sorry, I was so distracted trying to remember what I was doing. Dorgu with the ball now. Cuts back to Caicedo, to Shalrega, who gets brought down by Larson. Wirtz gets a shot. Pirola gets in the way of it. We've got ourselves a corner. And this is a bit of a risk for AC Milan. I wouldn't, if I was playing against us, I wouldn't be giving away corners because we're so dangerous. And the Szoboszlai gets a cross in, can't quite find Diamande, and now Pirola is running back at us with it, but it's going to come to nothing. You really would want to avoid giving us corners, though, with Diamande having had 20-plus goals, most of which have come from corners. You'd probably want to avoid that, but, you know, if they want to play that way, that's their choice, as Rafa Leao gets the ball now to Leon. Leon back to Scalaro. Scalaro going all the way back to Pirola at left back, across to Thor, or Thiao, I guess that is. Scalaro, Thiao again, or Thiao, I don't know, I'll never get that right, to Kuchera. Coming down the near side. We need to get across him here. We've not done a great job of defending that. Luckily, Diamande there doing his defensive duties, and it's gone in, but Alibert will, of course, pick that up all day. Are we going to come back at them, or are we going to end the highlight here? We've gone short. I don't like this. Figueroa, this feels like there's a mistake coming. Dorgu, taking too much time on the ball. Given away. Lavia gets a foot in, but it's fallen to Capellas, to Leao, through to Castaldo, who's through. And you just kind of felt the mistake coming, didn't you? You just felt it was coming. There were choices being made there that were not good. It's tried to put the blame on Alibert for that, for coming out too far, which I can see. But honestly, I think that was on Dorgu for the hospital pass. Just my opinion, but I think that was Dorgu's fault. Talking of Dorgu, he's got a throw in now, and he's going to take it to Wirtz. I don't know why we've switched to the other side of the pitch, but that's life. Caicedo to Wirtz now. One touch, takes the ball past the defender to Szoboszlai. Can he cut it back? Does for Wirtz, who puts it away for his 5th of the season. I thought he'd have more by now, to be honest. But Florian Wirtz getting us back ahead. We can praise the boys again, which is nice, because that will help keep the morale up. Szoboszlai hasn't been playing well up until that assist as well, so that's going to help his rating out. Help the team's overall rating out, which is really what the game decides who wins by. Ultimately, is always the higher average rating among the team. There are some skins, but they let you put the average rating of your team up. You can usually use it to get a pretty good predictor on who's going to win a game. And for now, we're looking pretty good. We are 2-1 up. Would have been nice to have kept a clean sheet, but you know, we'll go with it. I don't like the fact Alibert's still being blamed on the ratings, though, for that goal. That's harsh. It's very harsh, but there we go. Either way, we are plodding along nicely. We've got a throw in now for Dorgu. He's gone back to Figueroa, who will go forward looking for Shalrego, to Caicedo, to Lavia. Lavia with a shot from range. His 3rd of the season, our 3rd of the game. And we are absolutely looking beautiful against AC Milan at the San Siro. It doesn't get better than that, really. It really doesn't get any better than that as a way of establishing dominance in a first leg game. If we can get to 4 or 5, I might not even need to play the second leg on camera, but I will. I just might not need to. We might just have a little bit of fun with it and just use it as a way to rotate the squad, to put some fresh legs in. Just keep things ticking along to the end of the season as best we can, realistically speaking, as we head for half-time. A couple of minutes added on. And I feel like this is probably in the bag already. I'm going to do a little dressing roomy, we've had shots on target, blah, blah, blah. But I'm also going to give Alibert the pointy finger. I don't want to use the "your mistake cost us" shout, but the game's blaming him, so I have to, even though it wasn't his fault. So hopefully that will pull his finger out a little bit, and he'll come back into the game, regain his confidence, get himself back in as being the top quality goalkeeper we know he can be on his day. But I would like to see more goals. Throw in now for AC Milan. Leon with the ball, and he's gone to Larson. Castaldo brought down in the box, and we've got very lucky there, because that possibly should have been a penalty shout that we've got away with a little bit. I am looking to replace some tired legs, which is something that needs to be done. In fact, I think I'll go and do that now. So 3 subs for now. Bargi and Fati coming on the wings for Rego and Szoboszlai. Lavia was booked, so I've replaced him with Camino. I will be deploying Harvey Elliott, I imagine, at some stage, because he wants more football, and I need to get it to him because I do want to keep him around. And then from there, we just kind of play it by ear, I suppose, because, I could also send out Eugene Gould to help us out, give him some more game time. Options exist here for us. It's nice to have those options, and honestly, this one, we're feeling like we're cruising a little bit. In fact, Caicedo and Enrique have started tiring. So I think what we'll do is we will take off Caicedo for Harvey Elliott. I was going to play him as a 10, but that's life. And now I've got Enrique and Dorgu both tiring. I think I'm actually going to send in Eidinger for Dorgu. I know Enrique tired first. We all saw that. But he's playing better. Dorgu is much more prone to mistakes. And Eidinger, being a younger player than Trent, who would be the replacement for Diego Enrique, just means we're giving him some more experience. We're giving him some more game time. He's come on as the captain as well, which is really nice to see. He's got that kind of leadership in him. So this really all comes up kind of Millhouse for us. We somehow skipped a highlight by praising the team, but that's FM for you. And we just wait for the game to tick away for full time now, where I don't think we're going to see any more highlights, to be honest. It feels like this game is kind of fizzling out to nothing. It feels like AC Milan are just content to go away and lick their wounds a little bit. And we're just in injury time now, waiting for it to tick away. That will be the final whistle, more or less now. And we can quite happily accept that we've won the away leg. We've won the away leg reasonably comfortably. And now we bring them back to Anfield and try and do it to them again, which of course we will do in just a second after I've given the update on whatever happened in the Wolves game. So, jumping right back in then, we played Wolves in the league, we beat them 2-1, I rotated the entire team, it was beautiful, I even used our 2 backup goalkeepers, just to make sure we minimise our injury threat. Ansu Fati got a brace, everything looking golden. So, going into this game, I've already picked the team, so I'm not going to worry too much about what my assistant wants. We've got Alibert in goal, Trent, Guillem, Figueroa and Dorgu at the back, it's Camino Elliott in the centre of midfield, Bargi, Wirtz and Rego as the attacking midfield behind White, Marcelo, Enrique, Vela, Fati, Del Moro, Gravenberch, Doak, Shitalo, Giovanni, Szoboszlai, Eidinger and Goul. I am leaving Lavia and Caicedo out just because they're on yellow cards. I'd rather not risk them picking up any bookings unnecessarily getting suspended for the next round, especially when we're already 1 foot into the quarter-final. Just feels like I'd rather take the risk of them getting booked at a point where it matters more. It just feels like the right decision, so that's why they're not in the squad today. Szoboszlai, by the way, also on a booking, so he's on the bench purely because I didn't have any other options. So we have said we're doing well, we're on a good run. That's what we're looking for. We're just going to give everyone a little bit of a confidence boost going into the game. Hopefully we won't have any major dramas here at Anfield. Hopefully we will just get this job done, see it through to the next round without too many dramas. I'd like an early goal if possible, because I think 3-1 is harder to come back from, or 4-1, sorry, is harder to come back from than 3-1. But either way, we are pretty much ready. If I don't know why we're going through let's not go through the motions. Let's shorten the episode, not go through the motions. Let's get the game underway. We're going to praise the boys to start off with, and hopefully we'll see a goal very soon. So Harvey Elliott now with a free kick into the box and looking for White, doesn't quite find it. Leon with a header away. Rooney Bargi picks it back up. Leon heads it away again. De Ketelare only as far as Camino, who goes forward to Rooney. Tries to give it back to Trent. Trent eventually wins it back himself. He's gone on a run, giving it back to Rooney Bargi. He cuts it back for Camino, who shoots from range and into a defender. It did fall to João Rego, who put it wide. But we're doing okay. We're not in too shabby a position right now either way. I'm just hoping that we can maybe just get a goal. That's all I'm hoping for. It's gone back to the goalkeeper for Bruggen. I'd like us to win this off a defender if we can. That'd be the ideal before they can play it too long, too late. We just need to defend well here. Head it over Dorgu, but Figueroa will pick that up. Should go back to Dorgu here and does. Let's try and get this ball back forward if we can. Forward to Wirtz. Wirtz finds João Rego. João Rego back to Wirtz. Wirtz cutting through the inside. Should play it through for Rooney. Can't quite get there. Ben White can though. Puts it away for his 11th goal of the season. And he has just been scoring goals since he arrived with us. Easily easily, I don't care what the end of season Whatsy Doodle says, easily our best signing of the year. If I'd been able to pick him up at the start of the season, we'd be champions. He's been that good for us. I'm glad we've got him now. And he just looks like an unstoppable force in terms of goal scoring. 11 goals in, 3 months is just unreal. As Verbruggen puts a goal kick forward, one in the air by Guillaume. Verts gets a touch in to stop it from Scalaro, but it's with De Ketelaere back to Thiaw, and he's gone forward for Arda Güler with a very wild cross that's ended up in the net with Rafael. It's been counted as an own goal for Guillaume, but I am just wondering, they've said Alibert's made a mistake there again. Let's have a look at that, because Alibert keeps getting credit for mistakes I don't think he's making. That's gone over there for Rafael. How has Alibert made a mistake there? Let me know in the comments how Alibert made a mistake there, because I am none the wiser. As far as I can tell, it was a shot that was going wide that took a deflection, and Alibert didn't have the deflection covered, because why would he? I don't know. I'm absolutely baffled. Either way, they're back into the game, if not the tie. Yeah, let's hope they don't get back into the tie. We'll praise the guys again. Hopefully Guillaume will recover, but you know, the AI never really lets your players recover from a single mistake. Although that will do it. Guillaume popping up for a header from a corner from Harvey Elliott to put us back ahead on the night. And half an hour in, we've had a bunch of action already. We've had 3 goals. We're looking pretty strong. We are just maintaining, if not slowly growing our lead. And we are 1 foot into the next round. I don't even know who's going to be available to play the next round. Given the latest scores, looks like Lazio, PSG, and probably Benfica, but that's a tighter game. Could be through. So I'd like to play Lazio again. We had a good performance against them already. That would be nice. But at this stage, honestly, I will take pretty much anyone, because I feel like we can beat almost anyone on our night, as Rooney now is heading solo towards the goal. Why not? Out wide to Shalrego. Shalrego cuts inside through all the defenders and doesn't really challenge Verbruggen with the finish. Shalrego not having the best game of his career, got to be said. And I am a little bit worried about Camino and Guillaume being on bookings. Trent isn't playing well. It's not a perfect performance, for sure. It's a good performance, a solid performance, but I wouldn't say it's a good performance, like a great performance. I just think we're ticking by a little bit. I've had a lot of shots, so I'm happy. We'll go with that one. I'm going to grab Shalrego. I'm going to grab Trent, and I'm just going to give them the pointy I'm not happy speech. Actually, same with Alibert. We'll give him the I'm not happy speech, just because it helped last time. I'm going to grab Guillaume and Camino and just say, look, calm down. Don't get us sent off. And hopefully that'll be enough to inspire something. I just know Shalrego was unhappy that I told him off for not playing well. But he's an experienced player who should know that when you don't play well, you get told off. It's just how it works. So, Trent with a throw into Camino. Camino with time goes to Rooney Bargy with a cross from deep, looking for Ben White. He's through, and that's gone wide, which not really what we expect from him at this stage. I am going to have to think about these subs that I'm going to have to make, because I just can't really trust that they're not going to get either sent off or play worse. I don't want us to take too many risks if we can avoid it. I think I'm going to make those changes now, so I'll be back in just a second to tell you what we've done. So probably not the least predictable subs I've ever made. Diego Enrique goes on at right back, Shutalo and Del Moro in at centre-half because Figueroa was playing badly, Guillaume was booked, Eugene Gould comes on for Camino. I could have sent in Gravenberch, I just decided this was a chance to teach Eugene Gould a new role, and Ansu Fati on the left wing to replace Shalrego, who hadn't really shown up yet at this stage of proceedings. So just keeping some players safe from red cards, teaching a new role, and freshening things up a little bit. Nothing too dramatic. So hopefully we can see this one out now. Scalaro on the ball for Milan. To Ketelaere, tackled by Del Moro. Elliott gives the ball away to Arda Güler, but gets it back. Dorgu to Del Moro. Del Moro goes all the way back to Alibert. who has a chance to help us rebuild from the back here. Del Moro again out to Dorgu. Dorgu should go down the line for Fatty Dud, but he gets tackled. It's with Gulera again to Garner. Garner forward for De Ketelare through for Capellas, and that brilliantly defended there by, I think that was either Dorgu or Gould. I didn't see who it was who actually got the touch on it. Komorski with a corner into the box, and Ali Bear will claim that back post quite happily all day. And we are very much looking like we've got this done. It would take something miraculous for AC Milan to come back into this tie now, and couldn't really be happier with it. I've not got any real criticisms. Dorgu could be playing better out there, but otherwise we're seeing this through quite comfortably. As we get a throw in now for AC Milan, Leon to whoever that was a long name. Leon forward for Komorski. Komorski back to Leon. Leon with a cross into the box, headed away by Diego Enrique. It's come off everyone. Falls for Komorski with an open goal, puts it into the side netting. And that pretty much sums up what we've seen from AC Milan, is that with chaos in the box and an open goal, they still found the side netting. Probably tells you that this tie was always going to go in our favour, because when you're getting that run of luck, you know what it's like. Just sometimes when the things that should be falling to you easily aren't going through, the open goals aren't being scored, you just sort of have to take a step back and just say, this is not our night. And this is not AC Milan's night. It's very much our night. We're very much into added time at the end of the game. I'll do a praise just in case it goes through. But this is going to be the final whistle. 5-2 on aggregate. Liverpool go through to the quarter-final of the Champions League, which we love to see. I don't think we'll get told who we've got in the next round after the game, so it may be a surprise for you for next episode, because I'm not going to come back for a Coventry City quarter-final. They're in the Championship. They're doing okay. They were in the playoffs, I think, last time I looked. Coventry were in the playoffs in the Championship. They are currently 4th. I don't think there'll be a massive challenge for us. You watch, I'll come back next episode. But so we went out to Coventry. I don't know who we're playing in the round of 16. I'm guessing that's largely because these games haven't all been played yet, have they? They have all been played. It'll be one of Madrid, Man City, Barcelona, PSG, Lazio, Bayern, or Real Madrid. I'd like it to not be Man City. It is essentially the headline. Please don't be Manchester City. But I guess we find out together at the start. Well, I say together. I'll find out before you do, because obviously it'll be a surprise for the start of the next episode. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I have, as always, been Chasing Lamely. Do like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave your comments down below, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and have a good one.